She is the one and only Kalyn Miles.
Oh, thank God that intro was funny, just in case I'm not gonna be. It's gonna be hilarious. How's everybody doing? Okay, good. So a little bit about me. My whole family's white, not to brag. I'm adopted. I was found in a ditch in a third world country called Bangladesh by a witch doctor. Oh, Bangladesh gets a woo. Yeah. Really? Really? Okay, great. I don't know if I am or not, but good for you. Congratulations. So I was found in a ditch in Bangladesh by a witch doctor. And I've recently actually learned that we're not allowed to say witch doctor anymore. It's like super offensive. So you're probably more familiar with a professional title, Reiki practitioner. Has anybody here ever been to Reiki? Yeah? Okay. Let me tell you a little something about Reiki, okay? It costs a fucking fortune and nobody touches you at all. It's all about you just like healing your own body with like your mind energy fucking powers. You do it all yourself. It's like if I were to drop $200 on a prostitute and then I get told to jerk myself off. I do that like 20 times a day and it costs me absolutely nothing except for like every job I've ever had. It's fine. I didn't like working at Gap Kids anyways. The first time I went to Reiki, I swear to God, the Reiki practitioner, I think she left the room. Like she was bored of my energy or something. Oh, okay, have something in common with my mother, great. She went for a cigarette, I swear to God, because I heard the door open and close, and then like 5 minutes later, I heard the toilet flush, and then the room just like smelled like menthols. And then when we were done, she looks at me, she's holding a book called Reiki Made Easier. I don't know any other profession that you're allowed to have a how-to book, and she goes, I'm having very powerful visions of water and elephants and tigers. Okay, bitch, I just told you that I was found in a ditch in Bangladesh. Like, what? Oh, okay, tell me something I don't know. I'm Mowgli from the Jungle Book. Great. $200 fucking for her to have a smoke and a post-smoke dump, and maybe next week I'll give you a $50 tip. You can do a line of coke and talk about my self-esteem issues. Where did I start on? Oh, adopted. That's right. The fuck was I just talking about? So I am adopted. That's what we said. One of the best things I think about being adopted is that there are no genetic ramifications when you hook up with a really hot cousin. Like, socially, it is still frowned upon. Definitely also don't do it in your mother's childhood bedroom, like right after your grandfather's funeral. That doesn't go over well, but the chances of me giving birth to like a child whose like nostril is also a sphincter is very, very low. Everybody grieves in their own way. Having white parents is great. I have what I like to call privilege by proxy. Privilege by proxy is where like I'm not quite as privileged, like I still get pulled over by the cops every now and then for like no reason whatsoever. But then when they look in the back seat and they see a bunch of white kids back there, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you must be the nanny. Just like carry on, just keep going. Also, when I was a kid, my parents could never give me shit in public. Because like if my mom would try to like get mad at me and drag me out of a store, I would just like start flailing around. I'd be like, I don't know this woman! Please don't make me go with her! And it was very, very effective because it was the 80s. You know, like in the 80s, kidnapping was like super, super popular. Like, it was just like always happening in the 80s. You know, like kids were just like always being stolen from like the slip and slide and the arcade. And like if you're gonna send your child to buy you cigarettes in like a bathing suit, chances are you're gonna see him on a milk carton in 3 days. I spent like the majority of my childhood actually being very, very scared of being kidnapped. But then like as I got a little older, I spent like the majority of that time being a little scared that I had been kidnapped. Because like, nice enough people. There's a lot of holes in that witch doctor story, and I look so much like the Brown family that lives across the street. Just saying. A downside of being adopted, skip this part. It was actually, this last joke was a lot funnier if I had done it way earlier. I'm always like a little bit afraid that I might accidentally have sex with like a biological relative, because I feel like the chances are like I'm not the only kid that got thrown in that ditch. Otherwise it would be like a personal thing. You throw one kid in the ditch, you get away with it, you're probably gonna keep going. So I've always like just assumed that there's more of us like walking around, and I'm like terrified I'm just like accidentally fuck my brother. No, like for real, I don't even like to make eye contact with brown dudes. Having a white mom also is interesting as I get older, because like, you know, my face is starting to catch up with her age, and I'm noticing that people are really like, they're actually kind of starting to think that my mom and I might be partners. Probably because, ew. Honestly, like literally, she's the best that I probably could ever get, but seriously. Ew, how dare you? You don't know her. No, I'm just kidding. Jeez. What the fuck am I talking about now? So people like always, like they think that I can, like, that I'm dating my mom. It's likely because we're like constantly at Home Depot buying outdoor area rugs and antiquing and like finding myself like calling her mom like really loudly and as often as possible, because like I don't want us to get judged. I'm like not really worried about being judged for being a lesbian. I have like a very masculine energy. My mom looks like Jamie Lee Curtis. The whole thing tracks. It's all good. It's just like, it's like what I just said. I know that when my mom pays the bill, which is like always, that just everybody is just looking at my mom and being like, you can do so much better than her. And it's like, I put up with that all the time as a child when they thought that she had kidnapped me. Like, I don't need to go through it as like her life partner. So I am single. I know, right? What? She's like fucking her cousin. She's dating her mom. What are you talking? How has no one put a ring on this yet? But I am single, and it's hard. It's hard being single at my age, because literally, like, I'm the only one left of my group of friends. There's like, I mean, like, there's you, but yeah, and the other Lisa. But I mean, you guys saw her. That tracks completely. Like, I'm the only one left of my friends, and my friends are always like, but don't you like want to meet someone? I'm like, yeah, no, I do, but it's hard. Like, you bitches took everybody probably when I was like jerking off at work or whatever, and there's nobody left. But it's like fine, because I've realized I'm starting to get to the age where all my friends are starting to get divorced. So, you're patient. Still for a long time. I'm gonna like sit back and wait this out. I'm just gonna get in on all your sloppy seconds. What's up, Len? And if that doesn't work for me, I've also just like noticed that all my friends' kids are getting like, I'm just like noticing like a little bit of hot potential. So I could probably stand by for like another 10 to 8 years and just see how that goes. That's it. I'm done up here. So have a good night.